Hello, this is a video to walk you through using Excel to do the graph in Lab 1 for 1212. At the bottom of page 10 and page 143 in your manual, at the bottom of the Significant Figures and Scientific Notation worksheet, is an exercise where you take the last 4 digits of your student ID and you mathematically manipulate them to get 5 values that you will use for X values for your graph. All of these values, as you can see, are fairly close in value. If one of them is an outlier, is much larger than the others, then you need to go back and check your math. You've probably not used a parentheses correctly. These are my X values. I've entered them in column A. I've entered the given Y values in column B. Note for exponent, I've used E. So 1.43 times 10 to the negative 4 is entered 1.43 E negative 4. Now, I'm going to take these values and I am going to click here and I'm going to select them. Then I'm going to click up here on Insert and go over to Charts and click on this one at the bottom, Insert Scatter Chart. I click on that and I click on the selection that has no lines connecting the data points. Okay, so click over here, Move Chart Location. And I'm going to click the radio button for New Sheet, and I'm going to change this to Graph 1212. And I click OK, and it takes me to a new sheet. So click over here on Quick Layout and click Layout 1, and it gives us axes titles, chart titles. I'm going to click on chart title and highlight it, and I'm going to type in my name. Normally, this is where you would type descriptive title for your graph. Over here, I'm going to click axes title and highlight it, and click and type in provided values, and down here at the bottom, this axis title will be values from student ID. All right. Now, right-click on the legend here and just delete it. You would use a legend when you have 2 or more sets of data points on one graph. Here we've got 1 set of data points. We really don't need it. We don't need grid lines. So we're going to just go up to Add Chart Element, click on Grid Lines here, and I've got horizontal ones. I'm going to just delete them. Okay, now, and if you have vertical grid lines, you can do the same thing over here on the Add Chart Element dropdown. All right, now right-click on one of your data points and go to Add Trend Line. You can also do that by clicking the plus point here. Make sure Linear radio button is clicked, and then click Display Equation on Chart. All right. We're going to close that for now, and we're going to click on this, right-click on it, and go to Format Trend Line Label. From the drop-down menu here, I will select Scientific, and I will change my decimal places to 3. Okay. Now, close that. Right-click on the trend line value again and go to Format Trend Line. And here, click display R squared value on the chart. The R squared value is how well the trend line correlates with the data points. And you can take these and you can move them around. Okay? Like so. And you want to do this if sometimes they overlap the line and you just want to give them some space. Now, let's go back, hit the Insert tab, and we're going to add a text box to our graph. You can use this to put notes on your graph if you wish. I'm going to draw a text box. And in it, I'm going to, yes, let me do that again. And in the text box, I'm going to type y equals mx plus b. And I right click and I can change the type, and I'll just change it to Arial, and I can change my font size. So you can pick whichever typeface you want and whatever size you want. Okay, and there you are. Now, we've got a whole bunch of white space over here. We can change our axes so the origin starts closer to our line. And to do this, easiest way is simply to right-click on one of our axes values here and go to Format Axes. See, our minimum is at 0, and I want my minimum to be 1 instead. So I type 1, and my units, 0.1, I can change them however I want. Let's see, we can make this 0.05. Just you can change it to whatever you wish for subunits, for minor units. Just make sure it's less than the major units. Okay, and so this looks good. I can do the same thing with my y-axis and change my minimum to, I think, 1e negative 4. There we go. Now, let me go back here, Format Axes again. I'm going to go to tick marks, and I'm going to give inside tick marks for my minor tick marks. And here, format the axes, and I'm going to again put inside tick marks on the axes so you can tell where your axes are, where your points are on your axes. Now, I am now done with this graph, and I will print it, and I will pass it in with the rest of my lab report when I next come to lab.